So 5, day 2, x and y intercepts. Review from yesterday. Find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that has an x-intercept of -9, a y-intercept of 5. Pause it. Go ahead and do that. And then hit play when you are finished. You should have gotten this. Y equals 5/9 x plus 5 as the equation. You can plot those 2 points out, -9, 0, and 0, 5, and then you can figure out the equation from the graph. So find x and y intercepts. If this one, remember when we had x and y intercepts, we talked about where on here it hits is when x is 0, right? So when x is 0, what's y? Well, if I plug x, 0 in for x, you get 4y equals 24. Let's divide by 4. And you get y equals 6. So I am going to cross at 0, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is right there. Then I want to talk about where it hits the x, and I don't know. But it hits x when it hits x. The y is 0. I go none up. So I need something, and then I got y for 0. So let's try putting in 0 for y. I will get 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 24. 3x equals 24. So divide by 3, and I will get x equals 8. So when y is 0, x is 8. So that 0 up, 8 over 0 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, would actually be that graph. So find the x and y intercepts. Right here, right here. This is the y-intercept where x is 0, and this is my x-intercept where y is 0. Find the x and y intercepts. Again, I'm just going to plug in to find x-intercept. It's where y is 0, so I'm going to plug in 0 for y. And for my y-intercept, I'm going to plug in 0 for x. When I plug in 0 for y, the y's all disappear, and I end up with 5x equals 60. Divide by 5, and you get x equals 5 goes into 6 one time with 1 left over, 1, 0, so 12. X is 12. So, and then when x is 0, sorry, I think I just did that. Yeah, sorry, when x is 0, the x's are going to disappear, and I get -6y equals 60. Divide by -6, and you get y equals -10. So that's if I plug in 0 for x, so 5 times 0 is 0, that disappears. I just have that -6y equals 60, so y is -10. So there's my x and y intercepts. You put me on pause and you try this one. So again, if I put in 0 for y, I would get 3x equals 12 and x is 4. If I put in 0 for x, I get 4y equals 12 and y is 3. So there's my x and y intercepts. All right, so review. If I'm going to graph the following, hey, I don't know if this is a review for us so much. Where is y equal to 3? And this always throws kids because that's a line. I want to know every single place y equals 3. Well, this is the y-axis, and then this is the x-axis. So y is 3 right there. That's for sure. Now, oftentimes, kids tell me that y is 3 other places on that line, but it's not. This point is 0 for x, 3 for y, right? How about this point right here? It would be 6 for x, 3 for y. So y is 3 there. How about right here? 10 for x, 3 for y. So the equation y equals 3 is actually just this horizontal line that goes through the y-axis at the number 3. And I'll switch colors. So if I'm looking at x equals 3, and here is my x-axis, so x is 3 right here, and everywhere on that line, so this ends up being this vertical line through the where x is 3. So this is x equals 3 in red, the line x equals 3, and this is the line y equals 3, which is in green. And remember, this one, slope is undefined. And here, the slope is 0. Because there's no x's. So 0 x's in that equation. All right, you go ahead and graph this. So you should have graphed x equals -1 right there. And y is 0 right there. So I go up 0. So that is it for this section.